Barry, it was a disappointing scoreline tonight. Lots of rotation, lots of young faces. Do you feel that QPR were just a very good team, or did we not really get started?
No, I've got to give full credit to QPR. Seen quite a few under-21 games over the last sort of year and a bit, and I thought their attitude to the game in the weather, as young professionals, and that should be. They are young professionals, but a lot of the times they don't. You tend to find some of them don't really fancy it. But I thought they were outstanding tonight, and it was a great learning curve for some of our younger lads if they're aspiring to be young footballers.
Talked about the younger lads. With the first game, Ashford, Theo had a great game, and then against Welling, Will was amazing. Harvey seemed to really step up tonight. He had a great game.
Yeah, Harley come on as well, didn't he? Listen, we know what Theo and Will, we've seen them. It's a great learning curve for them in terms of, you've got to have that middle ground. If you don't have a reserves or an under-21s at non-league level, you've got to take your opportunities when they come in the senior team. And then from there, a bit like Mal, who's doing fantastic out on loan. He's one for the future for the first team, but he's learning his trade now at step 4. He was step 5 last year, and that'll hopefully be the same progress for these guys. To get that experience with us in the cup games, obviously that's come to an end, but the way they performed in those 3 games, if we was short or the squad, we have backup in the youth levels, and that's a credit to the youth team management and the parents of all of them, and a credit to themselves. So yeah, Cray's renowned for having good youngsters, and hopefully we can keep them coming through.
Well, we talked about squad rotation as well, and we had Denzel and Chen back today. How important was it, and how good was it for the first team for them to be able to get those minutes this evening? Yeah,
brilliant. They've been training for the last couple of weeks, so to have them back, especially now, that makes the third centre half fit with Chen, and with Ola going back to Horsham, Denzel coming in, and we've still got Kenny, who isn't too far away. So, at the moment, we sort of picked up a little bit over the last 3 or 4 games, which is good, and that combined with Denzel, Chem, Kenny coming back into the fold can only benefit us.
And a great night for Ibby as well, hat-trick for him. How difficult is that now going to make your team selection in terms of picking your striker? Yeah,
definitely. Obviously, strikers, when they're scoring goals, they want to play more, or they all want to play more. Every player, if they're wide, if they're playing at the back, they want to play more football, and he's done himself no harm in that. He knows that Rowan's done well. We know what Ibby can do, and he scored a good hat-trick tonight, even though he was on the receiving end of a few goals against. So I'm pleased for him, because it breeds confidence, and that's benefit to the team.
In terms of the scoreline, it was 7-3. What do you feel went wrong in terms of the way we matched up against what are, like you said, a very good QPR side?
I think it's not rocket science. You give the higher level teams you play, if you give away cheap possession or make the odd mistake, they punish you, and that was in the clear cut today, wasn't it? In terms of any little mistake we made, or if we dived in, they're extremely sharp, they move the ball quickly, and they're going to punish you. And I think every time we made a mistake, they punished us tonight. So credit to them. Great management team in terms of respect, and the lads out there today were very respectful, and I hope they go and have long careers.
Well, we're back to league action on Saturday with a tough trip away at Chichester. Our league form has certainly improved over the last few games. What are you expecting from this?
I'm expecting Chichester to be possession based like they normally are. They've got some exciting young players as well. They have a way of playing. Dabber in charge there. He's an excellent coach in their management team. So we're on a nice Astro. Hopefully the weather's a little bit better in terms of wind and rain. But it'll be a tough game at Chichester. We've been there a couple of times before. And they definitely are possession based. So we've got to be on our toes in terms of off the ball, and then hopefully we can spot some weaknesses when we get the ball. And listen, we're looking to push on. We're 3 games, we played 7 points, so we're looking to push on from there. And like you alluded to earlier on in the interview, we've got players back now, so competition for places is very, very good.
Lovely. Well, thanks for your time tonight, Barry.
Cheers, thank you.